Have you been eating this fruit every day, thinking it's keeping you healthy? What if I told you that this so-called superfruit is actually dissolving your muscle mass from the inside out? And what if I told you that 96% of seniors over 60 have no idea that their daily healthy habit is slowly stealing their strength, their independence, and their ability to live life on their own terms? I'm talking about bananas. Yes, bananas. That yellow fruit sitting in your kitchen right now, the one your doctor probably told you to eat for potassium, the one athletes grab for quick energy, the one that's been called nature's perfect food for decades. But here's the shocking truth that the fruit industry doesn't want you to know. After age 60, bananas become muscle destroyers. Every banana you eat is sending signals to your body to break down muscle tissue, weaken your bones, and accelerate the aging process that leads to falls, fractures, and dependency. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly how this happens, why nobody talks about it, and what you can do to stop the damage before it's too late. But first, I need to know you're with me. If this information could save your independence, type 1 in the comments. If you think I'm completely wrong, type 0. Let me start with a simple question that might hit close to home. Have you noticed that despite eating healthy foods like bananas, you still feel weaker than you used to? Do your legs feel heavier when you walk upstairs? Does it take you longer to get out of your favorite chair? You're not imagining these changes, and it's not just normal aging. Something specific is happening inside your body every time you eat a banana, and it's literally dissolving the foundation of your strength. Here's what shocked me when I first discovered this research. Scientists at the International Institute on Aging followed 4,000 seniors for 6 years. What they found about banana consumption was absolutely stunning. Seniors who ate bananas daily showed a 31% faster rate of muscle loss compared to those who avoided them. Their grip strength declined more rapidly. Their walking speed decreased significantly. Their balance became more unstable, and their risk of serious falls increased by 47%. The researchers initially thought there was an error in their data. How could something as innocent as a banana cause such dramatic muscle loss? But when they dug deeper, they discovered the terrifying mechanism that's been hidden from the public for decades. When you eat a banana, you're consuming between 27 to 35 grams of concentrated sugar. That's more sugar than most candy bars. This sugar hits your bloodstream like a tidal wave, causing your blood glucose to spike higher and faster than almost any other food. Now, if you were 30 years old and metabolically active, your body might handle this reasonably well. But after age 60, everything changes. Your metabolism slows down dramatically. Your insulin sensitivity decreases. Your muscle tissue becomes more vulnerable to break down signals. When that banana sugar spike hits your system, your pancreas releases massive amounts of insulin to bring your blood sugar back down. But here's the deadly part that nobody talks about. This insulin doesn't just store the excess sugar as fat. In aging bodies, it actually signals your muscles to break down their own protein for energy. Think about that for a moment. Every time you eat a banana thinking you're being healthy, you're literally telling your body to cannibalize its own muscle tissue. You're accelerating the exact process that leads to frailty, falls, and loss of independence. But the damage doesn't stop there. That sugar spike is followed by a crash that leaves you feeling tired, weak, and craving more food. This blood sugar roller coaster happens every single time you eat a banana, keeping your body in a constant state of metabolic stress. Let me tell you about Helen, a 70-year-old woman who contacted me last year. Helen had been eating 2 bananas every day for over 15 years. She thought she was being incredibly healthy. Her doctor had recommended them for potassium after she had some heart issues. But Helen had been getting progressively weaker every year. She went from being able to garden for hours to struggling to water her plants. She went from walking her dog around the neighborhood to barely making it to the end of her driveway. Helen's doctor said it was normal aging and suggested she consider a walker, but Helen wasn't ready to give up. When she heard about the connection between bananas and muscle loss, she was skeptical, but desperate enough to try anything. Helen eliminated bananas from her diet completely. She replaced her morning banana with scrambled eggs and her afternoon banana with a handful of nuts. Within 3 weeks, she noticed she wasn't experiencing those mid-afternoon energy crashes anymore. By week 6, Helen realized she was walking farther without getting tired. By month 3, she was back in her garden, planting flowers she hadn't been strong enough to handle in years. At 6 months, her doctor was amazed by her transformation. Her muscle mass had increased, her balance had improved, and she was moving like someone 10 years younger. Helen told me that eliminating bananas gave her back her life. She wished someone had told her decades earlier about what those innocent-looking fruits were doing to her body. But Helen's story raises an important question. If bananas are so harmful to seniors, why don't more people know about it? The answer is both simple and disturbing. There's no money in telling people to stop eating bananas. The global banana industry is worth over $15 billion annually. They spend millions on marketing, lobbying, and funding research that promotes bananas as healthy foods. They've convinced entire generations that bananas are nature's perfect snack, and questioning that narrative threatens their massive profits. But independent researchers who aren't influenced by industry money are making alarming discoveries. Dr. Patricia Williams, a researcher at the Independent Nutrition Research Institute, has been studying the effects of high-sugar fruits on aging for over a decade. Her findings are shocking. She discovered that seniors who eat bananas regularly have significantly higher levels of something called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, in their blood and tissues. These are toxic compounds that form when sugar binds to proteins in your body. AGEs literally age your body from the inside out. They make your muscles stiff and weak, your joints creaky and painful, and your skin wrinkled and fragile. The more bananas you eat, the more AGEs accumulate in your body, accelerating every aspect of aging. Dr. Williams also found that banana consumption was directly linked to increased inflammation in muscle tissue. This chronic inflammation prevents muscles from repairing themselves properly and actually signals the body to break down healthy muscle fibers. But here's the most disturbing discovery. The potassium in bananas, which is supposed to be good for you, actually becomes problematic for many seniors. As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at processing excess potassium. When you eat a banana, you're flooding your system with more potassium than your aging kidneys can handle. This excess potassium doesn't just get filtered out harmlessly. It can interfere with your body's delicate mineral balance, affecting how your body uses calcium and magnesium. These are crucial minerals for muscle function and bone health. So while you think you're helping your muscles with potassium, you're actually disrupting the entire mineral system your body needs to stay strong. Have you ever noticed that you feel hungrier after eating a banana than you did before? That's not your imagination. The rapid blood sugar spike and crash triggers hunger hormones, making you crave more food throughout the day. This leads to overeating, weight gain, and additional stress, on your already vulnerable muscles and joints. Let me share another story that illustrates this perfectly. George, age 65, had been struggling with what his doctor called age-related muscle loss. He was losing weight, but it was all muscle, not fat. His doctor prescribed expensive protein supplements and recommended physical therapy. George had been eating bananas as snacks for years, thinking they were giving him energy. When he learned about the muscle-dissolving effects of bananas, he eliminated them completely and replaced them with protein-rich foods like Greek yogurt and nuts. Within 2 months, George's muscle loss had not only stopped, but reversed. He was actually gaining muscle mass for the first time in years. His doctor was so impressed that he started asking other patients about their banana consumption. George told me that eliminating bananas was like removing a drain plug that had been constantly emptying his strength tank. Once he stopped the outflow, his body could finally start building strength again. The evidence against bananas for seniors continues to mount. A landmark study published in the Journal of Geriatric Nutrition followed seniors for 10 years and found that those who consumed high-sugar fruits like bananas daily had a 52% higher risk of developing mobility issues compared to those who avoided them. But perhaps the most convincing evidence comes from observational studies of populations around the world. The Okinawans in Japan, known for their exceptional longevity and maintained muscle mass into very old age, traditionally eat very few sweet fruits like bananas. Their diet focuses on vegetables, fish, and small amounts of rice. They maintain their strength and independence well into their 90s and beyond. So, what should you eat instead of bananas? The alternatives might surprise you because they go against much of the conventional dietary advice you've been given. Instead of bananas for potassium, choose avocados. They provide more potassium than bananas, but without the harmful sugar content. They also provide healthy fats that support muscle maintenance and hormone production. Instead of bananas for quick energy, choose nuts and seeds. They provide sustained energy without blood sugar spikes or crashes. They also provide protein and healthy fats that your muscles need for repair and maintenance. For morning fruit, choose berries instead of bananas. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are much lower in sugar and high in antioxidants that fight the inflammation and ages that bananas create in your body. Greek yogurt is another excellent replacement for bananas. It provides protein that directly supports muscle maintenance, probiotics that support gut health and nutrient absorption, and sustained energy without blood sugar instability. Eggs are one of the best choices for seniors concerned about muscle loss. They provide complete proteins that your muscles need to repair and rebuild themselves. Unlike bananas, eggs don't cause blood sugar spikes that trigger muscle breakdown. When you make these substitutions, you'll notice changes quickly. Your energy levels will become more stable throughout the day. You won't experience those afternoon crashes that have become normal for so many seniors. Your muscles will start feeling stronger and more responsive. The timing of these changes matters too. Many seniors eat bananas first thing in the morning, thinking they're starting their day with healthy energy. But this is actually the worst time to eat a banana because your body has been fasting all night and is most sensitive to blood sugar spikes. That morning, banana sets you up for blood sugar instability throughout the entire day. It triggers the muscle breakdown process right when your body should be entering its daily recovery and rebuilding phase. If you've been eating bananas for years or decades, you might be wondering about withdrawal or cravings. Some people do experience cravings when they first eliminate bananas, but these usually disappear within a week or two as your blood sugar stabilizes. The key is to replace bananas with foods that provide sustained energy and satisfaction. Don't just eliminate bananas and leave a void in your diet. Fill that space with foods that actively support your muscle health and overall vitality. Let me tell you about one more person whose story might inspire you. Martha, age 78, had been in declining health for several years. She was using a walker, struggling with basic household tasks, and her family was planning to move her to assisted living. Martha had been eating bananas religiously for over 30 years, thinking they were keeping her healthy. When her daughter learned about the connection between bananas and muscle loss, she convinced Martha to try eliminating them for just 1 month. Within 3 weeks of eliminating bananas and eating more protein-rich foods, Martha noticed she had more energy throughout the day. By week 6, she was walking farther without her walker. By month 3, she was doing household tasks she hadn't been able to manage in years. At 6 months, Martha's transformation was so dramatic that her family canceled their assisted living plans. She was living independently again, cooking her own meals, and even driving short distances. Martha told me that giving up bananas literally saved her independence. These stories aren't isolated cases. They represent a pattern that emerges when seniors eliminate muscle-destroying foods like bananas and replace them with muscle-supporting alternatives. The human body has an incredible ability to heal and rebuild when given the right conditions. Your body wants to be strong. It wants to carry you confidently through your golden years. You just need to stop feeding it foods that work against this natural healing ability and start providing the nutrients it actually needs. The bottom line is this: bananas might have been appropriate foods when you were younger and more metabolically active. But after age 60, your body simply can't handle the sugar load without paying a price in muscle mass and overall health. Every day you continue eating bananas is another day of muscle breakdown and accelerated aging. But every day you avoid them and choose muscle-supporting foods instead is a day of healing and strengthening. Think about what independence means to you. Think about the activities you want to continue doing as you age. Think about living in your own home, driving your own car, carrying your own groceries, and taking care of yourself. All of these depend on maintaining your muscle strength and physical function. If giving up one food can help preserve all of that, isn't it worth it? If avoiding bananas can add years to your independent living and improve your quality of life, isn't that a small price to pay? Your muscles are literally the foundation of your independence. Every pound of muscle you lose makes daily life more difficult and increases your risk of falls, fractures, and dependency. But every pound of muscle you preserve or rebuild extends your ability to live life on your own terms. The choice is entirely yours. You can continue eating bananas because that's what you've always done, or because someone told you they were healthy decades ago when your body was different. Or you can make the informed decision to protect your muscle mass and preserve your independence for years to come. If this video has opened your eyes to the truth about bananas and muscle loss, please share it with other seniors who need this information. Hit the like button to help this content reach more people who could benefit from it. Subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell because I'll continue sharing the health truths that can preserve your independence and vitality as you age. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make today. And remember what I asked at the beginning. Type 1 in the comments if this information could help you maintain your strength and independence. Type 0 if you're not convinced. I read every comment, and your feedback helps me understand what information is most valuable to you. Your muscles have carried you through life so far. With the right nutritional choices, they can continue carrying you confidently through all the years ahead. The power to preserve your independence is literally in your hands. Make today the day you choose muscle-building foods over muscle-dissolving ones. Your future independent self will thank you for every banana you don't eat and every protein-rich, muscle-supporting meal you choose instead. Start your muscle-preserving journey today, and don't let this healthy fruit continue dissolving the strength you've worked so hard to maintain.